Welcome to WT History. In this series, we list all the major events that happened in the world in a year, starting from 1776 to 2024. On January 1st, during the Quasi-War between the United States and France, off the coast of Haiti, a squadron of Haitian pirates, known as picaroons and led by General André Rigaud, clashed with 4 U.S. merchant vessels escorted by the naval schooner USS Experiment, which ended indecisively. On April 24th, the U.S. Library of Congress was founded in Washington, D.C., to serve as a resource for lawmakers and the public. On June 3rd, John Adams, the second President of the United States, relocated to the new capital, Washington, D.C. However, with the President's mansion still under construction, Adams took up residence at Tunnicliff City Hotel near the unfinished U.S. Capitol building. September 30th brought an end to the Quasi-War. The Convention of 1800, also known as the Treaty of Mortefontaine, was signed between France and the United States. This agreement restored peaceful relations between the two nations. On November 1st, President John Adams became the first U.S. president to live in the Executive Mansion, later known as the White House. Also on November 1st, Middlebury College was granted its charter by the Vermont General Assembly. This institution would go on to become one of the oldest and most respected liberal arts colleges in the United States. December 3rd brought political drama to the forefront. The Electoral College cast votes for president and vice president, resulting in an unexpected tie between Thomas Jefferson and Aaron Burr. This deadlock triggered a contingent election in the House of Representatives, which would ultimately select Jefferson as president and Burr as vice president. On February 7th, a public plebiscite in France confirmed Napoleon as first consul by a substantial majority. This vote legitimized his authority and marked a critical step in his consolidation of power. By April 6th, the War of the Second Coalition intensified. Austrian Field Marshal Michael von Melas, with 40,000 troops, surrounded French General André Massena in Genoa. A British squadron under Lord Keith blockaded the city by sea, trapping the French forces. On May 14th, French forces under General Louis-Alexandre Berthier faced a surprising setback. At Fort Bard in the Aosta Valley, 400 Austro-Piedmont soldiers halted their advance, delaying Napoleon's plans for a swift invasion of Italy. Undeterred, Napoleon began one of his most daring campaigns on May 15th. With 40,000 men, he crossed the Alps via the Great St. Bernard Pass, invading northern Italy after 5 grueling days. This bold move caught his enemies off guard. By June 4th, the Siege of Genoa ended. Marshal André Massena's forces were evacuated, with honors of war. Some joined General Louis-Gabriel Suchet, while others were transported to Antibes by British ships, marking a strategic retreat. June 14th was a turning point. At the Battle of Marengo, Napoleon defeated Austrian troops near Marengo, Italy. This victory not only secured his position in Italy, but also resulted in Austria agreeing to the Convention of Alessandria, also known as the Armistice of Marengo. This agreement forced Austria to evacuate much of Italy, further strengthening Napoleon's control. Also on June 14th, tragedy struck in Egypt. French General Jean-Baptiste Kleber was assassinated in Cairo by Suleiman al-Halabi, a Syrian Kurdish student. This loss was a blow to French efforts in the region. On June 19th, General Jean-Victor Marie Moreau led French forces to victory at the Battle of Höchstadt. This opened the Danube passageway to Vienna, a critical strategic gain. June 27th saw another French triumph. At the Battle of Neuburg, General Claude Lecourbe secured control of the Danube, further weakening Austria's position. By September 4th, the Siege of Malta came to an end. The French garrison in Valletta surrendered to British troops, invited by the Maltese. Malta and Gozo became a British protectorate, ending French influence in the region. December 3rd brought a decisive victory for France. At the Battle of Hohenlinden, the French army defeated Habsburg and Bavarian troops, further cementing Napoleon's dominance in Europe. On December 24th, Napoleon narrowly escaped assassination. The plot of the Rue Saint-Nicaise, involving a bomb, failed to kill him, but it underscored the political tensions of the time. Also, on December 24th, Pierre Coudrin and Henriette Aymer de la Chevalerie founded the Congregation of the Sacred Hearts of Jesus and Mary in Paris. Finally, on December 25th, the Armistice of Steyr was signed between French and Imperial forces in Germany, marking a temporary pause in hostilities. Consider subscribing to the channel if you like the series. On February 22nd, the British Board of Ordnance selected the Baker rifle as the new standard. Designed by Ezekiel Baker, this rifle became an essential weapon for British troops, offering greater accuracy than its predecessors. It would soon be widely used in the Napoleonic Wars. March 17th saw a tragic event at sea. The British Royal Navy ship HMS Queen Charlotte caught fire off the coast of Capraia. Despite desperate efforts to save the crew, 673 lives were lost in one of the worst naval disasters of the era. On March 26th, British Royal Navy officer Henry Waterhouse charted the Antipodes Islands for the first time. These remote islands in the Pacific would later become an important reference for maritime explorers. August 1st marked a defining moment in British history. King George III gave royal assent to the Second Act of Union, which united the Kingdom of Great Britain and the Kingdom of Ireland into the United Kingdom of Great Britain and Ireland. On February 11th, astronomer Sir William Herschel discovered infrared radiation. While experimenting with sunlight and a prism, he found an invisible form of light beyond the red spectrum, revolutionizing our understanding of heat and energy. March 14th saw Cardinal Barnaba Chiaramonti elected as the new pope, becoming Pope Pius VII, succeeding Pius VI. He was crowned a week later on March 20th in Venice, as political turmoil continued in Rome. On March 20th, Alessandro Volta described his invention, the voltaic pile, in a letter to the Royal Society of London. This first chemical battery was a major leap forward in electrical science. On April 2nd, Ludwig van Beethoven's Symphony 1 premiered at the Burr Theater in Vienna. That same day, April 2nd, the Treaty of Constantinople established the Septinsular Republic, the first autonomous Greek state since the fall of the Byzantine Empire. This was a significant step in Greece's journey toward independence. On July 10th, Lord Wellesley, the British Governor-General of India, founded Fort William College in Calcutta. The institution was dedicated to promoting Bengali, Hindi, and other vernaculars, playing a key role in language studies in colonial India. On October 7th, French privateer Robert Surcouf pulled off an incredible naval victory. Leading the 150-man crew of his corvette Confiance, he captured the much larger British East Indiaman Kent in the Indian Ocean, proving that skill and strategy could overcome numbers. Year 1800 marked the end of the 18th century. If you enjoyed this journey through time, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more history recaps. See you in the 19th century.